Hello! Yes, I'm doing this again, and I'm streaming it because why not? You know, we're all in it together, and maybe someone's interested in what actually goes into making a server. This time around, I'm doing some pretty special stuff, so it's going to be a little bit more interesting than the normal just editing configurations. So we're going to start out by going over to Spigot. Spigots are a good friend. We're also going to reinstall Eclipse. Hey Eclipse, how's it going? I haven't used you in a while. Ah, now they're on Oxygen because Mars wasn't enough. Now it has to be Oxygen. Fantastic, I have one person watching. Oh, 10. Okay, now people are actually watching. That was weird. I know this isn't going to be the most exciting stream of all time. Definitely not. But you know what? The support. Gotta be thankful for the support. It's also 11:58. That's another thing. It is not like the best time ever. Except now. Signing away my soul. Congratulations, GT Gaming. Gotta start somewhere. I honestly don't think I sent out a notification for this. Also, it says Kerbal Space Program. It's not Kerbal Space Program. Ah! Well, let's see if anyone's talking about it on the Discord. No. So it looks like there's just zero notification. But that's okay. Let's just very quickly fix the live stream because it's wrong. And then second up, I need to remember how the heck to make a plugin. The nice thing is so few people are here, it would be really hard to do worse. So we can only go up from here. We can only go up from here. Okay, if I notify them, should go up a little bit. There we go, 22. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, build tools. Let's see if I remember how to run build tools. That's another good question. Do I have Git on this computer? Oh, I already have build tools somewhere. Oh, where's that at? That's gotta be over here somewhere. There it is! Look at that. Fantastic. We just have to replace it with, like, a new one. So let's delete all of those files. Put build tools in. Get rid of that. We have Eclipse now. Fantastic. It's quite fast at installing now. It's been a long time of development though. Okay, so Git bash. Ha, yes, I can do that. Any chance it remembers? It does remember. Wow, how convenient. Ah, that's great. So that's going to be running. So we're gonna let that do its thing. Exciting. Very nice. That's working. And now we're going to remember how to make a Spigot plugin. Spigot plugin development. I just need to know how to start. I know Java. I just need to know how to actually, like, set up my files. Creating a blank plugin. There we go. Ahem. A prerequisite. This guide assumes you already use the build tool. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. You can assume ahead. Start Eclipse. Eclipso. That is not the one I wanted to open. Eclipse. There we go. Create a new project. Sure. Create a new project. That app bar is called Rocket Dock. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Rocket Dock. It looks very nice. New Java project. That's what I was supposed to click, right? Right. Use. Shoot. I think I was just supposed to press new project. New project. Actually, no, I don't trust myself. I'm just gonna do new Java project. That makes more sense. Project name. Nerdcraft Mars. Fantastic. Great. So are you going to go away? There, you're gone. Okay. Great. 10 out of 10. Now I just have to, like, make the main class, which has to extend the plugin, which we don't have yet because we have to extend Spigot, which we don't have yet. So we gotta wait for this. Let's go. I believe in you. Build tools. Build tools, come on. You could be a good friend or a bad friend. Oh, there you go. You've woken up. Do some work for me, please. It's running tests. It's building. It's doing all the greatness a compiler should do. Come on, friend. I wish I could skip these tests. I'm pretty sure it went well. Oh, it's shading it. Good. I remember the first time I had to shade a jar. That was not fun at all. And it barely worked. But it did work, and that's what's important. So basically what we're doing right now is we're getting the newest version of Spigot because we want it to be up to date. At the same time on Nodecraft, I had uploaded the last wow, it actually uploaded that quickly? There's no way it's done yet. There's no... Holy moly, it did it? Upcoming maintenance period starting at 5:00. Oh. Interesting. This is the last server. This is global right here. Do I want the world? No. I just want to keep all of my configuration files because those are a lot of work to redo. Like, a lot of work. We also don't need this because we're going to be replacing it. Capture the flag. You're going out. We're gonna remake you, my friend, at some point. I don't need an old cache. That's unnecessary. I don't need the studio or the hub. This is what matters, because this has so many configuration files that if I were to redo them all by hand, this would take like a month. I always just copy them over and update them. It's much easier than completely restarting. Okay, so now that that's all cleaned out and this is all set, we have to set dependencies. Build path. Add libraries, or... Am I doing that? Or I think if I add them as libraries, it'll work fine. You know what, let me just check up on that because I don't want to mess up the dependencies. That's the most annoying thing in the world. Let's see how they suggest to do it. I closed the darn webpage I needed. That's inconvenient. Spigot making a plugin. Creating a blank Spigot plugin in there. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. Okay, so add external jars under libraries tab. Okay. Import desktop BT. I want build. No, I don't want that. I want that. That's the one. Oh. Never mind, it's gonna be a jar then. Shoot. Build path. Add external. I've done this before. I've done this before. Oh, help image. Help image. That's useful. Java settings, libraries, add external jars. Got it, man. No, let's just go into properties. Java build path, libraries, add external jars. There we go. That's the one we wanted. Apply, close. And now we're just going to quickly make our com.nerdcraftmars.main, our main package, which should be inside of source. What did I just do? What did I just do? I just made a new project. I didn't make a new package. Whoops. We want to make a new package called com.nerdcraftmars.main. That's better. That's better. Okay. So now that we've done that, I just need the starter code. Bloop. We just need to extend it. Control-Shift-O. New class main. That should be uppercase actually, because it's a class name. Boop. Boop. Control-Shift-O. That stops complaining, and now we have to extend the main methods, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Fantastic. Then we have the things we do when the plugin is enabled, and the things the plugin does when it's disabled. Fantastic. Does it have the thing where it'll tell me everything I could override? That would be really nice. Or am I just gonna have to Google all of it? Ah! I can't type today. Nope. It's not suggesting anything. I'm too used to Visual Studio. Does Eclipse even have a good dark theme? That's the question. Window preferences. Appearance. General. Appearance. Theme. Dark. Apply. I mean, that's not fantastic, but at least it isn't going to burn out my eyes. It's still pretty ugly, though. Okay, sure, man. Okay, so this is going to be pretty exciting. God, this theme is ugly. This theme is really bad. Do they really not have anything better? Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to classic. It's better to burn out my eyes than have to experience whatever that was. Okay, so fantastic. We've got that. Now we have to make the plugin.yaml. That goes straight into the source, right? I'm pretty sure. New file. Plugin.yaml. Sure, man, I'll get something for YAMLs. I work with the YAMLs a lot. Install anyway. Ah! What are you doing to me, Eclipse? You're making me restart you from something you suggested. You meme. Can I open the project I was just in, please? Thank you, it's still there. Okay. Fantastic. I just need to, like, put in name. Nerdcraft Mars main com dot nerdcraft Mars dot main version 0.0, of course, and we have no commands. And then we have to export it as a jar file. Export Java jar file. Am I 100% sure I'm not supposed to use Maven or anything for this? Nope, nope, I did it right. Fantastic, great. Destination, we'll just go desktop, new folder, Nerdcraft Mars, and we'll just put it in Nerdcraft Mars.jar. Finish. Wow, we've done a thing, haven't we? We've got a plugin. Let's see if it's actually formatted. Yep, there we go. Plano EM. Oh, in that beautiful meta in folder. Column Nerdcraft Mars main.class. Beautiful. Fantastic. Everything is working as planned. Now we have to make a new folder for our test server. We're going to move Spigot into there. Or we're going to copy Spigot into there because we have something pointing to it, so moving it would be a bad idea. And then we're going to make a new batch file. Run test server.bat. We are going to do that. We're going to rename this server.jar. We're going to edit this. And let's see if I can remember how to do this properly. Java-jar server.jar xmx. Oh no, it's dash xmx 2048. Oh no, not 2048 gigabytes of RAM. Slash xmn 1G. Yeah, assuming that. Nope. Okay, I did something wrong. I think it's this. This doesn't seem. XMN doesn't seem right. Xmax seems right. To see what we did wrong, let's just add a pause after that. Ah, I can't spell. This is horrible. Exception. Uh-oh. Well, that's bad. Oh god, I accidentally deleted it. Fantastic. Maybe my spigot is actually broken and those tests didn't catch it. Ah, yes. Startup parameter. great, so I did use the wrong one. Oh, you know what? I can just look at Minecraft to see what the commands are. Launch options. My latest one. Oh my god, I've had my max RAM on 1 GB. Holy moly. Jeez. How was it even running? Okay. Well, interesting. I was running VR high def shaders and texture pack on that, and it was still not complaining. What? Okay, that was even more confusing than the last time I ran the thing. Nope, same thing. Same thing. I will go to here for the single purpose. Yeah, you're not getting me to log in, man. Where's the server? There it is. XMX. Is it because I'm saying gigs? Oh, do I put those before I put the dash jar? That would be annoying. Well, let's try that. How about that? Oh, that works. Thank you. The one reason this website is still useful. Ah, dang you, Mojang. This is the biggest waste of time. Oh, you gotta switch it from false to true. That definitely means that you actually agree with us. Okay. Fantastic. Yay, we have a server. I can prove it, but I'm too lazy to. Okay, fantastic. Now we go into plugins, and we put the plugin we just made into plugins. Once again, everything is going just smoothly, and if this doesn't crash, that would be fantastic. Okay, great. Great. Did it actually load the plugin though? That's a question. Do. No, I have absolutely no clue. Oh, there it is! Bam! Fantastic! We have a plugin. Good job, guys. Proud of all of you. It is new technology going to take over the world. Okay, so now that we have confirmation that that's working, well, there's quite a bit we have to do now, isn't there? Yay! So, now I just have to do literally everything. Fun. Fun. So, we're just going to do, Spigot plugin repeated task. It's always nice when documentation is all taken down. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a new class, and it's going to be called Oxygen Task, because we need to check if people have the oxygens. Why do I use Eclipse? I'm just really used to Eclipse. I've been using it since like 2011 when I first started doing this. It's also pretty convenient to use for dependencies and stuff. Okay, so now that we have our oxygen task class, we're going to need to do some fanciness. So we're going to make constructor. That's going to expect a plugin. Control-Shift-O saves us once again from the errors. And then we need our own private variable. Ah! Caps lock, why? So this just keeps a reference to the main plugin. And now we just do this dot plugin equals plugin, the one that it sent there. And it's probably gonna say this is never used. No. Well, yeah, that is what it says. And now we just do public void run. And now this is going to run repeatedly. So this is where we put our code when we want it to actually like do stuff. So going back to main, we actually have to call this and tell it to start. So on enable, we're just going to do oxygen system setup. And then we're gonna run bucket task oxygen task equals new oxygen task, and then it's going to want this dot run task timer. Oh, I know why it doesn't have that, because I forgot to extend this. There we go, that's better. So now if we go back, this is going to actually exist. It's going to want arguments. And we'll make it run every second. And then Control-Shift-O again. And now we have a task that runs every second. But what do we want it to do every second? That's a fantastic question. What do I want it to do? And there's many ways to go about this, but the question is, will it be laggy? And will it actually, like, we don't want it to detect, actually, fantastic idea. Okay, if we, instead of checking over and over and over and over if people are wearing a certain helmet or not, and if they have oxygen tanks, we can just keep track of when they put on a helmet and when they take off a helmet, and we can check right when they log in. So let's see, bucket player login event. Player join event. Okay, let's just Google bucket all events. Oh, you know what? I could probably just go into our reference library, Spigot, and then look at the events. Do. Org bucket, craft bucket, where are events? Event. Mwahaha. That's not the one we want though. Event. There's some events. We're looking for a player or server. Oh boy. Player join event. Player login event. So I should be able to say at event handler yeah, this is gonna be complicated, isn't it? I haven't messed with events in a while. Oh, you know what? I can just look at how I did it over here. Public void, but it may not be public. But I'm gonna assume it is public void player login event. Although I'm really doubting this is matched to this correctly. Event API, here we go. Okay, so if we do on login, that seems to be an actual event. I have to figure out how to find a list of them though. Sorry, I'm reading. Sorry if I'm being quiet. Okay, so we should be able to do on login, and then we can get the data for it. So player login event, which is this class here, which we were just looking at, and then we can say event, then we can Control-Shift-O, and that should exist. Yes, it does. We can see what kind of data this gives us too, like what do we know when this event happens? Well, event dot... No. So... Wow. Get kick message. Get player is the one we're going to want. So we can say player equals event dot get player. Control Shift O to get player. So now when someone logs into the server, we get the player. And now we want to do something. We want to see if they're wearing whatever helmet we set as the oxygen mask. So we're going to do a gold helmet. So player dot inventory, get inventory, here we go. So if player dot get inventory dot contains, and then we need to give it an item stack. So item stacks dot item stack dot, oh, I'd have to make a new item stack. Dot contains material. Now that may be easier. So if we do materials dot, or material dot, yay! There's all the different materials in the game. With programming, there's a bit of guess and check, but usually things are intuitive enough if it contains a gold helmet. But wait! That's not right! That's not gonna work, because if it's in their inventory, that doesn't mean they're wearing it. So 1 second. Is there another thing for what they're wearing? Dot wear dot get armor contents. There we go. And now we can say dot... Oh, shoot. Get armor contents. 1 second. Let's Google what that's going to... Let me first check the chat really quickly. Equipped. I think that only shows what they're wearing. 1 second. Maybe I'm wrong. No. There is no equipped. But I think get armor contents or get boots. Wait, get helmet. Yes, that's it. Get helmet dot material or get material. Get type equals material dot gold helmet. So if the player's helmet equals gold helmet, then, oh, well then, do nothing, because we're, oh wait, no, never mind, because we need to make a list of all the players and keep track of which ones are wearing helmets and which ones aren't. But should we be taking... Should we be tracking who's wearing them or who isn't wearing them? I think we should be keeping track of who isn't wearing them, because there will be A, less people not wearing them, less people dying, and B, if they aren't wearing them, we just have to go through the list of everyone who isn't wearing them and hurt them instead of cross-referencing to see if they are not on the list. I think it's going to be simpler to do that. So, we're going to keep a list now. We're going to have a private list. Please tell me Java has lists. Private list. It's got to have lists. But I'm probably going to have to give it a type. List player list. I'm basically doing this in C# style, so it may not like this. That's a great question. I'm gonna go with that one. List. It is not generic. Okay, let's see. Java collections. What kind of collections do we have in Java? We've got a list, a map, and a set. Yeah, I'm gonna say list is probably the simplest. But how does that work? Equals new list. Right? It's not being used, but I should be able to say. So if they don't have it, so we put an exclamation point. Oh, no, we do not equals. So if it's not a gold helmet, then player list dot add. Why a string? Considering the fact that this is all colors and stuff, I don't think we have the right kind of list. So instead, we're gonna import this one. Ah, that works. That means I did it right, because now we have a list of players. That makes much more sense, and now this should have add, which will take a player. Beautiful. Thank you, Java, for not being too different from C#. So we're going to add the player to the list, and we're going to make this a more descriptive name. So we're just going to do rename, refactor. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. That's way too much work. We'll do it by hand. Is it called drowning? I mean, I'd call it asphyxiation list. It's just I'd spell that wrong every time. So we'll call it no helmet. Or, I don't know what to call it. Does anyone know a good term for not being able to breathe? I'll just call it player non. You know what? Suffocate works. Suffocate list. So here's the list of everyone that should suffocate. Okay, so anyone who is on the suffocate list. So this is when they log on. So that's great. This is what runs constantly. Oh, runs every second. So the thing that runs every second, we can say for I equals 0, I is less than suffocate list dot length size. There we go. Size I plus, which is basically saying we go through every object in the list, so every player in the list, and then we just do suffocate list I dot no dot get I dot, and now we can do anything we want to these players. We could add a poison effect or whatever, but I think just hurting them. Look at all of the options. Damage? Ah. Huh. That was convenient. Damage 1. So I really like this. Slowly fading away from the fact that your lungs are slowly getting filled with water in a process called drowning list. That would not be hard to type every time. Okay, so now let's see if this actually works. I have my doubts. Things usually don't work this easily. Just being realistic here. Warnings. it's never used, I'm fine with that. Oh wait, no I'm not. Oh wait, yes I am. I'm so confusing. I need to make up my mind. Okay, plugins. Nerdcraft Mars, fantastic. I'm probably going to go on and instantly die. That's probably going to happen, but that's okay because that means progress. Dying instantly means progress, right guys? I'm also gonna have to, like, keep track of how cold you are, too, and you'll need, like, thermal stuff. And if you get too cold, you'll die. Oh, no! Oh, no! We've got an error! Every second, which means it's in our stupid thread. Null pointer exception. It's null. Oh. Well, it won't be null anymore once I go on, so let's just go on localhost. It's not gonna be null anymore. Am I gonna start to die? Fantastic question. I don't think I am. Ah, beautiful noises. Okay, so we've got an issue, and it is at... What line is it at? Oxygen task.java 24. So, oxygen task 24. Yeah, that's very useful. Oh, wait, wrong script. Here we go. 24 for I suffocate list size. So, the issue is that I never instantiated this. Would you look at that? I have to say new. Because currently it doesn't exist until I say new. There's the issue, we just have to make the list actually exist. What? What do you mean I can't instantiate it? I'm confused. Suffocate... What did I just do? List dot equals new list, right? It says I can't instantiate it. That's an interesting one. Huh. I think I have to give it a type of list. Java cannot instantiate list because I think it was an interface actually. Yeah, it's an interface. So I need to use an array list. Array list. Great. Interfaces are not classes. Equals new array list. Player. It's no longer triggered. Oh, it is triggered. Oh, wait, no, I just have to import it. Yay, it's not triggered. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, guys. Proud of all of you. Now, I'm just gonna say, look at that. We've already made a simple little plugin, and it hasn't even been that long of a stream yet. This is called efficiency right here, and having several years of working on servers and programming my own game in the background. But it's still, it's you guys, all the support, those 48 people watching. Let's go. It's running, it's loading its libraries. It's very exciting. It's taking a while, slightly worrying. We're just gonna do it again because it's taking a while. Hello, friend. Could you please load faster? There you go. Let's just hope for 0 errors. I don't see any errors, guys. I don't see any issues. Let's join. Oh, no! Okay, I got hurt for a second from just falling, but I am not being hurt. So this is a fantastic, fantastic question. Why am I not being hurt? Well, let's figure this out. So we are saying suffocate list.add a player, and then I equals 0, less than size. Go into the list there and damage 1. But what does damage actually do? Bucket, plugin, hurt player. Okay, 1 second. Let's see what this actually is here. Dot damage. Dot hurt. Dot. No, it's gotta be damage. I think. That seems right. Give them the wither effect. Oh, you know what? That may actually be better. Wither effect, but you know, maybe I'll make my own effect at some point. I'm more concerned about. Yeah, so it's gotta be damage. But is 1 just, or am I just not being added to the list? This event handler may not actually be running, so let's make sure it is. Console dot. How do you log? Bucket dot log get logger dot log dot print. Okay, I'm gonna look this one up. Bucket. Send a message to console. Okay, so it's buckets.getlogger.log or .info. Oh, there we go. That's it. .info. Okay, so we'll say player plus event dot player dot name name has got to be a thing. Get display name plus it has joined the server. Okay, great. Now we'll see if that's actually working. At the same time, we'll raise this a little bit to... Oh, there's 2 semicolons. That may have actually borked it. I don't know if that is going to care in Java, but that's a no-no. Bam! Fantastic. Did I ever actually run this? Yes, I did. Run task timer. Just gotta make sure all this is working properly. And that task was definitely running because I was getting an error every second. So I know that that's working properly. See, a lot of this is using logic to figure out where something could be going wrong. And once you know where it's going wrong, it isn't that hard to find the solution. I have an innate will to check my email if it has that symbol, but I've learned never click that while streaming, which is why I just promptly freaked out. Okay, so That's on. I closed Minecraft because I'm a dummy. Hey. Hey, you know what? That's rude. That's very rude. You think I don't check things? You think I do check things occasionally? I learned to code when I started Googling things. That's literally it. Back here. What's going on? Scarce here. Would you look at that? Look at that. Nothing got called. Fantastic. Now we know where the problem is. So this isn't being called. This task. This event. So if this event isn't being called, that's a bad thing. I need to implement listener. Which probably has to be imported. Oh, so these names don't actually matter. The on login doesn't matter. What matters is this here. So I was right in looking through these. Great. That'll make things easier in the future. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to file, export, jar file, blah blah blue blah, blah blue blee blah. Jar finished, bam, go into plugins, delete it, open this one. We'll just keep these two open. Move this over, go back, run the server. Efficiency. Why am I not dying? Please give me death. Ah, shoot. Okay, so we've still got an issue. This event is not being run. Very sad. But does this actually do what I think it does? Ooh. So, simpler way to do this, because that may not actually be working properly. Bucket dot get console sender dot send message. One nice thing about Java is... oh, that didn't work. Never mind. I thought that worked. Never mind. I take it back. Does it work here? No. Okay. I remember being able to string commands at one point, but I think that was just because there was a constructor, probably. I don't know. I have no clue. Okay, so we've got our player login event. This implements listener, so it should work. Is there anything else I'm missing? You know what? We're gonna separate these out into two different things because it may be getting confused because this class is instantiated instead of being a final class. So what we will do is we will make another one. So we're gonna make a new package and we're gonna just call it .oxygen. And so we've got the oxygen task. Yep. And then we're gonna make a new class and we will call it oxygen. We'll just call it oxygen. So this will handle the oxygen stuff and this will just be the task it uses. So we'll get rid of everything unnecessary here. So this runs this, but this is going to move into here. And the same with this. So this will handle that. And then this is public final. Class oxygen implements listener. Okay, that looks good. This needs to get this from somewhere. So we will do plugin and plugin. Oxygen. This should really be renamed. That's a horrible name. Refactor, rename oxygen handler. Seems like a better name. Finish. Bam. So then we can do oxygen handler. Then we'll have another thing here. Private. Final. Oxygen handler. And then we can do this dot oxygen handler equals oxygen handler. You ever say a word so many times that it just starts sounding weird? Now oxygen just sounds really weird. Hey! Someone gave me a super chat. I'll check who did that in a second. I should be able to do that now. Is this not visible? Oh, this is private, isn't it? Ah, yes, it is private. We get to switch this to public so that I can see it. Yay! All that doesn't need to be used anymore. We can clean this up quite a bit. This is never used for some reason. Let's just quickly check over here. Thank you, Potato Pimp. Okay, apparently Picos are gonna take over the world. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. We also have to just very quickly restart the music. Do. Very nice. Fantastic. That marks part 2 of the stream. Which is now, this is going to complain. So we just say oxygen handler equals new oxygen handler. Wow. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Import it. This is going to want the oxygen handler now. I don't know how Java's garbage collection works, but I feel like it may throw things away if we don't keep track of them. So we will move this over here, public oxygen handler, and we'll just do that. We can do public bucket task oxygen task, and then do that. There we go. I feel fantastic knowing that, because they won't leave. I'll have a nice cult. Having kids as an audience means that, you know, when they grow up, they'll still remember me. It's pretty great. Also, the chances of them being a creepy, like, old person watching my videos is very low. That's good too, you know. You gotta look at the bright side of things, man. Stop being a negative Nancy. Okay, did I actually put the new thing in the plugins? Shoot, I don't remember what I just did. No, I did. I restarted the server. Okay, let's see if this works. Join server. I'm not being hurt. Did it actually say anything? No. Okay, let's ask ourselves what's going wrong. On enable, we make a new oxygen handler, which is right over here. This detects things on login. And that should add things to the suffocate list. And when they log in, it should say that they joined the server and add them to the list. So something's going wrong there. Which is probably because I'm doing the events wrong. Add event handler on login. So let's do two things. I keep switching this. We'll switch to this because that seems to be the way they said to do it. Oh shoot. Except that isn't really working, is it? That should be fine. I'm freaking out too much about that one line of code. But it says to do this. So let's go ahead and do a constructor for this. Public oxygen handler. There we go. Now we've got a constructor where we can run stuff, and we can do that. Get server. Main. Possibly we're supposed to do this. Yes. Ish. Listener plugin. Huh. Oh. Interesting. So you know what? I've got an idea. I know what I have to do now. So we do have to do this, but we have to get the server, which means we just need a copy of the plugin. Also, this isn't actually looping or anything. My music has left me. How sad. Let's just... random. Okay, so we're going to have to keep track of the plugin. which is just a Java plugin. Private Java plugin. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to have to import that. When it's made, we're going to ask for it. And then we're just going to say plugin equals no. This dot plugin equals plugin. And then we're gonna say plugin dot get server dot do all that fancy stuff. And now it's going to ask for a listener in the plugin. This is the listener. The plugin is the plugin. Fantastic. I did this over here, right? Okay, I think this may work. I think this may be it, guys. Okay, let's do this. I'm confident. Because now we're actually, like, registering our events. Okay, so now that we're registering our events, just have to move this over again. Start the server again. Open this again. Join it again. Join it again. Please kill me. Because that's actually what we wanted to do. Whoa, we have a thing. Could not pass player logon event. You know what? I'm happy, because that means that we at least have an error, and having an error means that we can find why there's an error. That was interesting. Okay. Oh no, I shut off the game. I keep doing that. Let's look through this and figure out where we're going wrong. So now we've got those working. We'll do this in here when it's made. Just to make it a little bit more, we can see what order things are happening in. So the first thing we do is we make the suffocate list. Then we set the plugin. Then we register the events. And then when someone logs in, it does bucket get console sender.send message. But what if this is the thing that was null? Oh shoot, what if get helmet was null? Then we're asking get type on something that's null. Oh. Yep, that's probably it. If player dot, okay, so we'll say Item stack. Item stack is probably a class, right? Stack. It is a class. Okay. Okay, we got this now. So, item stack helmet. And then we can say helmet equals get helmet. And then we can say if helmet equals null, so if there is nothing there, we add it. Or we can just say if helmet equals null or helmet.getTypes. Helmet that get type is that. Bam! Because if the helmet didn't exist, we were asking for its type when it didn't exist. Which would throw a null exception. Not 100% sure that's the issue that we were having, but that is one issue. Because that is definitely a no-no in coding. So it would have crashed anyways. So we fixed a problem. I'm not sure if that was the problem, but it was a problem. Let's see if the error happens before we log in. That's another one. Okay, so now we log in. We're logging in, logging in, logging in, logging in. Nothing appears to be happening now. There we go. We're in. Yes! It says yes! Yes! Beautiful! Congratulations, I am dead. Game mode 1, Spike Viper. Respawn. Okay. Fantastic. I don't know what happened here, but something happened there. Okay, and now search item goal. Oh shoot, everything's named differently in here. Combat. It's gonna be one of these. Not 100% sure though. That's diamond. That's gotta be iron. So this has gotta be gold. Platinum. Okay. I can just save any helmet, honestly, with this texture pack. Look at me, and now if I go slash... What? Oh, I have my chat off, don't I? Slash game mode 0. Well, oh no, I'm still dying. Help me. Oh, I have to take myself off the list when I go. Yeah, I have to actually take myself off the list when I put on the helmet. Great. That's one thing though. One thing down. Okay, so bucket detects. Oh, you know what? We can probably just look through all those events we had down here. Player item break, player pick up item. Come on, something having to do with armor, please. Uh-oh. Player detects putting on armor. Inventory events. Event. Weather world. Event. Inventory. Inventory. So we've got inventory action. Okay, looks like some people have actually made armor event plugin things, which I may actually be able to use, but I just need to look at their code. Okay, thank you, whoever made this. We're actually going to use it, because this will be very convenient. Armor equip event. Download. Instead of doing all this complicated work ourselves, someone else has already done it. So what we can do is we can make a new package. com.event. Oh no, it's com.nerdcraft. Mars.event. And we've got this, which we just are going to take everything from except for main. We're going to put them, or we're going to copy them. We're going to paste them in. Ah, because it's in an archive, I can't do that. I hate that. Archives are so mean. There we go. We'll do that. And now we'll drag that into here. Bam. Great. Let's see what's wrong. They all have errors. Please don't be bad errors. No, it's the package names. Okay. Easy fix. Easy fix. Okay, those two are fixed. This one is not. And now this one is too. Okay, so now I do have to actually make this listener exist how I did the other one. So just in main.java, we're gonna do that. So right here where we did this, we're just going to do public armor listener because we need that to exist now. Shift O, and then we'll just say set up armor listening. Then we can do armor listener. Oh, we already did that. Ah! armor listener. Oh my, equals new armor listener. Fantastic. List string. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it needs something. It's asking for something. Blocked materials. Oh, so we can keep things from being... I'm just going to... Can I say null? Does it have null checks? Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to just do a new array list string here. Just slightly wasteful, but whatever. Because we don't want to block anything, and now we do this. And that's listener, and then plug in. This is the other way around. We need this to be the armor listener, and then we need this to be the plugin. Fantastic, and now let's see if this actually works. So now in oxygen handler, we're gonna do at event handler, and we'll do on equip armor, but it has to be public void. So we're not returning anything, and then we say, what is it called? I don't need that open anymore. Armor listener, but that's not what it's actually called. Armor equip event. Armor equip event. Control Shift O, and then here we go. Now we can do event dot get player. So first we'll check if they're on the list. Okay, so we'll check if they're on the list. Okay, so we grab our... What do we have here? So we've got the event, player type, new armor piece, old armor piece. Oh, that's useful. Okay, so we can say if event dot old armor piece equals material dot air, or event... That's too much typing. Let's fix this to make this a little bit easier. So we'll say item stack old armor, item stack new armor, and we'll say old armor equals get old armor piece new armor equals event dot get new armor piece. So if... Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is if they're currently suffocating, we want to unsuffocate them. So if we do if suffocate list.contains, and then we want to say event.player. If the player is in that list, And if new armor equals new armor dot type, get type equals material dot gold helmet, then we take them off the list, right? Fantastic. So we remove the player now. Actually, we can make this simpler too. Player equals event dot get player, and now we can just say player instead of event dot get player. I think any helmet is gonna work for this, but let's start with just this, just for simplicity's sake. Suffocate list remove player. So else if they're not on the list, and if new armor shoot. You see, we know it's if it's a helmet going on, we know they're putting it on their head. Here we don't know what's going on their head. So we have to say event dot, we have to figure out where on their head. Or where on their body it's going. Get type dot helmet. Yay! If event dot get type equals armor type dot helmet, was that it? I think that was it, right? Yay, that's a thing. Okay, so if it's a helmet, if new armor equals new armor dot type equals null, or new armor dot type dot get type equals material dot air, suffocate list dot add player. Fantastic. This is set up for all helmets now, so let's do that with this one. Dot iron helmet, or if it's a diamond helmet. Oh boy. We'll just break this into groups of 2 so it's a little bit easier to read. Or it's a leather helmet. These all exist, right? I don't know what the name for leather helmet is, so we're just gonna check to make sure it's leather. Yep. Okay, why is this complaining now? I'm missing something somewhere. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's gonna be a frustrating error to find in the middle of all this, isn't it? Okay, they're together, they're together, they're together. They're together, they're together. Okay, where's the problem? If that looks right to me. Hello? Why are you complaining? Oh, it's wrong here. Why is this wrong? Suffocate list that contains... Oh! Oh, yes. Right there. There we go. So if it's any type of helmet, they won't suffocate. Otherwise... suffocate them. We don't need the old armor, but you know what, we're gonna keep it there because I'm too lazy to remove it. File, export, jar file, next, Nerdcraft Mars, finish. Bam! Fantastic. Now we go into our plugins, fly that over, and do this again. How are you guys? Wow, 42 of you watching. Fantastic. Maybe I should add nukes to this too. Why not? I'm not going to do that. This is supposed to be Mars survival, not nuclear wasteland survival. Okay, so... Oh, I'm not fast enough. Ah, I am fast enough. Look at that. Okay, now if we get a... we get our helmet on, we should be safe now. Yay, we're not dying now. And if we take it off, now we're dying. If we put it on, we are no longer dying. Do you guys see this? Do you see the greatness of this? We could test with all... Oh no. It didn't do it for shift clicking. That's an issue. Wonder if I could just disable shift clicking. Although people wouldn't like that. Okay, so let's figure out why we're having issues here. Oh. Well. It would appear that we're causing an actual error in that when we do that. So let's figure out why that's happening. Is that when I shift click? When I shift click it off or when I shift click it onto? So when I take it off normally. So when I shift click it off, there's an issue. Let's fix this poor man's plugin. I'm confident I can fix this. Okay, there is a null pointer exception at line 64 on my unequip armor. That may actually be in my code. Line 64 on oxygen handler. 64. New armor.get type equals null. Oh. Very nice. Yes, I see the issue. If new armor equals if new armor equals null, or the type equals null, or the type equals error. There we go. I think that's gonna be better. File, export. Looks like the people complaining about that plugin, it may not actually be the plugin, it may just be me making mistakes, which I'd prefer because fixing my own mistakes is easier. Do I have it on my... Oh no! Don't kill me, I'm too young to die. Okay, now we put on a helmet. Or we're gonna YOLO it. Bam. No longer dying. Now I take it off. I am dying again. Okay, great. It works, guys. Look at that. That's like step 1 to making a Mars map. I have plans, though. We need to make oxygen tanks now. So, that'll be fantastic. How are we going to make oxygen tanks? Is there anything that looks like an I guess we could use, like, just water bottles with special data on them. Well, I think that's gonna be all for now, though. That was a bit of programming. We did something. We did some great stuff. Unless you guys are actually enjoying this and not here to have a taco war. Yeah, we all agree here. We're all good. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. And Nerdcrafts will get some more work in the future. Time to close so many things. And finally, this one.